And it should be live. Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome to another adventure with Stone Panda 42. I'm your host, Stone Panda 42. Have no fear, your panda is here. And this one, we're doing a little filler episode for the holidays. It's Labor Day weekend, so we're gonna do a little filler episode for our D&D campaign. Not gonna be anything too crazy. Mostly just more RP and kind of, I guess, backstory. I guess, but go ahead and jump back in with the boys. Let's go ahead and make sure everything's good. Go ahead and share that to the whole Facebook. Hello.
So we'll have 2 one-shots next month, Mikey.
Uh-oh.
Because Canada's Thanksgiving's next month, so we'll do a Canadian Thanksgiving episode, and then a Halloween episode. Because I know you're good to play on Sundays if we do them on Sundays.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe the Canadian Thanksgiving and the American Thanksgiving one will fucking fight possessed turkeys.
Hey, hello crowd. What's up, buddy? Like I mentioned just a minute ago, nothing too crazy, just a little more RP than anything. It's a good old fishing trip.
Gotta wait on John. Probably fell in the toilet again.
Typical.
Our lovely little boat. Don't you just love it, chat?
It's gorgeous.
It's the Starship Typhoon. I don't have my notebook on me right now. I have it written down. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Yeah, that's what it is. Oh, attack me, you fucking ram. Come on. I wanna fight you. Yeah.
Well, that was a nice little, I guess, announcement for the D&D campaign. We'll have 2 little one-shots. Good old filler episodes, eh? We'll have us a Canadian Thanksgiving and a Halloween special.
Canadian Thanksgiving.
Beautiful.
It's like not even a holiday in the One Piece world. And y'all are still celebrating it. Well, I guess technically it works out because in Rustage's campaign they create the first Thanksgiving.
Hey, we can make something like we can try to establish something like that.
It's worked its way around the world.
And then eventually, chat, we will come up with a name for the crew. It's just a work in progress. You can't rush perfection.
When we finally think of one, you can bet it will be mediocre.
Maybe even cringy. John.
John Jones.
What?
Hey, it worked.
I'm sorry that took so long, guys. I was gonna change my laundry over to the dryer, and then realized it had been sitting too long, so now I gotta wash it all over again.
Ew.
Don't let it fucking
L's.
sour.
Yeah.
But
So
I
I
was
gotta check
literally
it.
just like, John.
And then you suddenly do your way in.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
I've been
Oh, we
summoned.
know. We were there.
See, eventually I can get it to. I'll try to get it to where it'll let me know when I get a like. Cause see, I didn't even see that, but I definitely appreciate it.
And the rest of us don't even see chat, so
Yeah.
that's
Well, I
why
mean,
we don't interact.
I mean, technically, all you would have to do is just get it or load into the stream, and then you could see live chat.
Yeah, it'd be like this.
But then probably once here when I get that new monitor or they get the second monitor, I might be able to try to set something up where like I can share in Discord that monitor instead of this monitor, the main monitor.
Oh yeah, that might work. I got so many other things open here. My screen's so cluttered.
Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, I knew that was gonna happen. Drinking this damn Coke. Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah, all you would do is sit there and open up that.
Just with forewarning, chat. It also might be like us bullshitting too. So
Don't take anything we say serious.
So wait, did they catch me coming back in like?
Most likely.
Damn.
John
It's
got
good
that halitosis.
interruption.
I got the old man syndrome.
Got the alditosis.
no,
You leave my toast.
just
You leave
warning,
my toast
just warning in
alone here.
advance. So if we go off topic and just kind of bullshit, we'll call it like side podcast. How about that? Or us just talking shit while fishing.
You did put the mature audience on there, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's always in there. I say fuck too much. I have a very bad problem with that. I'm trying. Maybe
It's not only
down the
that, you know,
maybe down the road
we all
I
talk
can
about
try.
lighting up, drinking alcohol.
Oh
Take
yeah,
it on-
when it
take
comes
it
to
on
language,
kidneys.
No, not my kidneys. I need
yeah,
those.
we
No.
don't really hold back on the language.
Speaking of
So-
kidney, I just seen something before joining up that in the Olympics, one of the basketball teams, one of their players got elbowed and had to have his kidney removed. I was like, what the fuck?
Dang.
Damn.
Must have gotten hit pretty hard then.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, damn, how hard did he get hit for him to have to
The
lose
doctor
it? They
just
couldn't
wanted to
even-
make an
They couldn't
extra
even
10K.
save it. They're like, no, he's got to lose it. Out.
Maybe they ruptured his kidney. I don't know.
That's what it sounds like probably happened.
What's the going price for a kidney these days?
I'm not answering that question.
John's like, I don't want to incriminate myself because I know Jay's gonna want them.
Is John worth more to us now, or about the
No,
same?
we need to let those kidneys season.
Mm,
Because when we go for the
marinade?
when we go to the kidneys and he dies, we can grab the corneas too, and that's where you make your real money at.
Corneas.
Speaking like
Might
a
as well
true plug
harvest the whole
doctor.
bunch if he's dead, you know?
No, we gotta leave some for his family.
We can leave his skin.
Jeez.
Just a pile of skin in a box. Here you go. We kept this for you.
I think your parents would be upset with that, John.
Yes.
They might be okay with it if it's us.
What if we like stitch together some pig, dog, human hybrid and say this is John?
Man, bear, pig. No.
You think they could tell you apart?
Maybe.
Maybe.
What if we hire a professional fucking stitcher? What are they called again?
Hey, crowd. How you
Taylor.
doing, buddy? Hope you're doing
Hey.
good.
Get a
Bet you're
tailor.
enjoying
Like, do
being off school.
meat.
A taxidermist?
Yeah, fancy words.
We'll have your mouth open and everything, and the motions to say, but why?
Please.
Get it motorized. Put a little voice box in there. But why?
But why?
But why? But why?
But why?
But why?
It's like you got those motion sensor things in your eyeballs, and it's like, but why? Every time someone walks in front of you,
Yeah.
are you all ready?
Fuck yeah.
John,
Hey, well that's good to
Yes.
hear, crowd. Yeah, eventually we'll try to. I'll get like a little 2K wrestling tournament going or something again. We'll do something like that. My bad, boys.
Back in my day.
John, are you good to play now, Mike?
Well, okay.
Are-
Before
good to
we
start?
before we start, I know I also do slack with this. Don't forget, if you enjoy the content, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button with the bell so you know when we post new videos or when we go live. Yeah, I'm ready.
He doing the plug.
You know, eventually you need to get into where you, if you're gonna do it, start with us in the episode. You're gonna just have to be like, I'm here with this person, this
Right,
person,
do
this
like
person.
intro. Cause see, that's why when we did the first episode,
Yeah, well, I
when
mean,
we
that's
streamed
why
it,
we
I didn't
haven't
know if we were
Talk
gonna
to
do
chat
something
really,
like
because yeah.
Like and subscribe, or else.
that.
But hey, while we're at it, hi chat.
Or else we'll scalp Mikey.
Oh jeez.
Oh god,
That's-
not the
That's
scalp
And by,
again.
by scalping him, I mean I'll make him go bald.
What?
Not the luscious locks.
At least you're not rocking that top knot anymore.
Well, I mean,
That was
to
something.
to disclose, I mean my hair is almost to my ass now, so.
My hair was like halfway down my back when I had it cut.
But I just pretty much throw it in a lazy ponytail, cause yeah. Little oni
The only
tail.
re- The only reason I grew mine out was because of one, COVID, and two, it got long enough where I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna keep going and then donate it. Screw it.
Well, that's not bad.
There's
So that's what I
music up.
did.
Still need it, John.
There's what?
There's music up.
Oh yeah, I need to join in on
Where?
that.
You Sturman?
Yeah.
You're streaming? Well, Mike's not in the stream, so we'll still
totally-
listen to this playlist. Well, it's almost over.
Oh. Well, I'm
I
sorry,
can't-
chat. I won't join it then. I've been playing it. So.
I'm just.
Here we go.
Hey,
Rob's
hey, nothing
Rob's
wrong
digging
with,
through
with
his.
going out practicing some sports, you know. Shoot, I remember.
Rob's-
My bad.
He's talking to his chat.
Ah,
Yeah, don't
sorry.
mind me.
Are we good to start while you're talking to them?
Yeah, you're good.
Alright. So, like, in a land not so far off from the future, hopefully.
Far, far away.
Far, far away in another
I
galaxy.
need to remap that, because that's gonna
He
get
is not
that's
your
just
friend,
annoying.
but you know, y'all still learning the ropes and back on the path for your vengeance and everything of what had happened to you before y'all were locked into the Impel Downs, captured and experimented on. Now it's like between your travels from the outback to the next place you're going, you all like stray off, and it's like maybe we should just take time and relax. So you stray off to another, like an island that, let's say Fins, like I heard, you know, they hold fishing competitions, or they say it's a real good way to sit, relax. Just want to have a nice little like peaceful trip and reflect. And we'll say, well, we won't say it's Finn. We'll say King, because King would be more experienced. out
Not
of
much
the
really. I've been
Finn,
playing
I
a
would
lot
think.
of
More
GTA
traveled
with the boys
You know, the
again.
penguins
We
like,
end up
as y'all are
getting
sitting
back
there on
into
the
it.
side of your boat.
We've been kind of
I
grinding
mean,
that
each
here
one of
heavy.
y'all to throw a fishing throw
And
or
I
a
mean
fishing.
D&D every weekend,
row.
well, every Saturday.
You know, y'all are out casting. Is there a way that we can take the
I'll
like the
just say
bonuses off?
to cast the rod.
Yeah.
Oh, no bonus?
Well, like I don't want your modifier bonus in it.
Okay, well I can just do this. Just roll d20.
No modifier. Do you want proficiency bonus? Because you could just do 1d20 plus 2, or just 1d20.
Just y'all just roll 1d20. When you all use the fishing rods, it'll be for like the special thing with the spin. John, go ahead and re-roll another d20.
But why?
Oh wow.
But wow.
And you all do need to take note what you catch here.
Oh, pit. Well, hold on. Let me get my notebook then.
Oh, nice, John.
Before I even get to start fishing, look over at Whiskey, who's still unconscious. He's laying on my fishing gear and it's broken. Damn it, Whiskey.
He broke the gear.
That's what I was gonna say.
You
That's what I was
save
gonna.
him, you carry him, you kiss him
Yeah.
goodnight.
That's what I was gonna say.
Protect him. You show loyal devotion. And all this bad luck he brings.
And the motherfucker sleeps across your rod.
That's what I was gonna say if I had to stick with the 3. I was gonna be like,
so-
yeah, my gear's broken.
So John, you know, you pull out like some medium-sized, like not common to these waters, but common enough that they're considered uncommon to these waters. Is Mike still there? Or did he go
Yeah.
AFK again?
I'm here.
Mike, you catch just like this small little fucking fish. You know, barely anything that you can do with it. You know, you wouldn't even use it to eat. If anything, it would be a bait fish come from this. And then
Alright, I'll just put bait fish.
Dom, you're going to, you know, as you start reeling in, it starts to fight more, and you can tell that this is something more predatory, maybe, or something larger in the ecosystem. And it's finally, as you pull the fish up, it's like weird. You can tell that this is a fish not known to these regions, and if you catch it, it's a rare chance because of the odd times of finding it in this season. You know, some chefs would call this like high grade material for food. But
Oh, Bubbles. Got you a gift.
so on your next 3 rolls, just roll it with fishing. And then I'm gonna have to roll it another way because you will know what I'm saying with this. This is like the start to get, you know, your fever starting up. You know what I'm talking
Roll
about?
my fishing rod with the everything bonuses.
Yes, and then I'll have to figure out how to way to do that between like the first memory flashback.
Wait, so
that's
the
your
So the tool proficiency thing, that's like not applicable yet. Like this is supposed to be us like practicing fishing. So we
Well,
just
no,
roll, we
you
just
all
roll
are
the raw
fishing with
d20.
their D20. You are fishing with the fishing rod. Will say that's after you triggered the event to try to like catch the big legendary fish of this area.
Oh.
Yeah, where the fishing rod has the bonuses applied. This is before applied bonuses.
Yeah. It's like, you all pulling your all's catches and inspecting them, and then from here, this is where you all will discuss, the first memory
Yeah,
that you all
the
kind of
nightclubs can
recall,
get pretty expensive.
or you all
I
remember
still
like
like
thinking
the
back how you all
bunker.
had
I
met.
mean, and the arcade being
John,
able to
yours,
spam
would
the
be
Diamond
something
Casino heist.
of your
That's a really good
past, of
one.
something you experienced growing up, or what drove your desire for your dream.
So we're
Or
starting with
instead
me.
of doing it like shit that you all met, maybe you all could do like explaining why your dream is and what it is. What inspired you when you was a little kid to make that
Gotcha,
dream.
gotcha. Could do like backstory and explain what. Yeah, I can see what you're saying.
So my character's got like, he's like, like just like sitting on a cargo box. He's got the hilt of the fishing rod planted to the deck. Fishing rod's leaning up against it so he can work on it. I'm actually working on hooking my most recent catch as bait to the rod. Like, I'm muttering under my breath, like along the lines of like, like maybe this will help. Maybe this will help stem my misfortune. Just like grumbling, and
I will
it's
say
like,
this also. While you're doing all this, the modifieds, or like the upgrades we were talking about earlier between the next island, you can be
Mhm.
doing them. And to reveal that to the other two, at the end of the crocodile fight, if you all survive to it, John will be getting a magical item, which is the spine of the large crocodile or the captain crocodile. I haven't decided yet, as his whip. So
Nice.
he would be able to modify that along with his sword and shotgun here if he wanted to.
Cool.
You can continue, John. My bad.
all good. So while I'm like fastening the fish to the lure. Well,
You're like bandaged up from how you got knocked out, and your misfortunes in the fight. Even though you're like artificial and everything, you're like, I still have the bandages on me, like soured, upset that you got knocked out of everybody, and you're all like, goddamn mouse.
It's called D&D. It's a role-playing game. You originally played with like a sheet of paper and dice, but there's an app technically that does all that for you, where you put it all in, and that's where your character sheet is, like right here. I don't know. It's a pretty fun game. I definitely recommend everybody try it at least once.
True.
yeah, I'm like fat. I'm actually like struggling with the bait because of my frustrations. I'm just like, yeah, basically just like fucking mouse, fucking crocodile, fucking devil fruit users. And then look at the other two in the boat, and I'm like, present company excluded, of course. And then I look back down to the lore, and I go, well, you guys can look past that negative remark. How about you tell me how about you tell me your guys' stories, or would you rather I start with mine? Why you're doing this, what your passions are.
This is, and then before you all start, this is it's a filler training arc when you really look at it, and then I'll like cut time whenever we go to the next island as well.
No, it's not bad. Well, it's if you want to go first, Rom, you have my ear.
Well, I mean, since I asked, I get.
Before you start the
yours as
story,
well. Love to hear
everybody
all about you.
Mike and John roll a d20. Dom, roll your fishing boat. So Mike, next round you're going to do what Dom does and use the fishing pole.
The one that's under tool?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Dom, you're going to hit a rare fish, and you have to hit 3 of these to start the event. If you roll and catch an uncommon, it's going to drop back down to where... You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It restarts if you fucking don't hit the check. John, you're going to pull out a uncommon fish once again. You know, it's a little bit smaller than last time. And then, you know, Mike's fish, it's like kind of like how when Dom pulled his out, but yours is a bit bigger. You can tell yours is just like had been gorging on the coral life that like come to the surface to feed. And then now, John, you can start into your story.
Alright, well, since I'm the one that asked, I guess I'm the only one that's fair. I guess it's only fair that I begin. Well, I don't have much memory of my childhood. Pretty much just been juggled between Marines and pirate ships, essentially as a living asset the entire time.
And as you're saying this, you remember
familiar.
the chalk drawings.
Yeah. So, you know, between the two, I'm familiar with general boat maintenance. You know, bit of experience in combat every now and then. Well, back then it was very little. Rom's eyes begin to unfocus a little bit as he's recalling, but he continues all the same. And he's because it's like, you know, like almost like 1,000-yard stare thing, because he's getting to the more traumatic portions of it.
Right.
And then and at this point he's just like he's fastening the other bait fish that he got to the rod again. But this time it's taking longer because his hands are just kind of like fumbling a little bit. Well, after a particularly violent pirate raid, I was no longer handed between marine ships. Ended up, you know, serving with the pirates. That was where the real combat experience started, especially on the last pirate ship that I served on. That one was hit by a specialist marine ship. Not sure who they were or where they even came from, to be honest. But I was just a kid. I didn't know the difference at the time, but they swept the floor with the pirates, and next thing I knew, I was tied up on their ship, and the ship that I had just been serving on was in flames and sinking to the bottom of the ocean. So they take me back to this prison, and what I do remember is not pleasant whatsoever, and I don't like talking about it. They opened me up in ways that I never even thought was possible. If you can think of it, they did it. I'm surprised they didn't completely disassemble me at one point. They might have. Again, my memory it's very hazy. By the time they're through with me, the entire operating room was stained in red between the thrashing that I was doing, because half of it I wasn't under anesthetic because they needed quote unquote feedback. At least that's what the prime surgeon said. So, you know, before all of that, believe it or not, I looked mostly human. You know, a couple of unusual things here and there. That experience was what taught me that the reason for my lack of memory and why I was able to accept becoming, well, this, is because I was an augmented human. Don't know how they made an augmented human child, especially one that can grow, but that's neither here nor there. I guess they decided that an augmented human wasn't strong enough, and they wanted to make a marine weapon that surpassed all of the marine weapons. I don't know whether I was a failure or not, never got the full story on that, but at this point, like, Rom is just rambling. He's talking faster and faster to try and just get through it. At this point, he's just basically, he's fighting the trauma in his own way of just getting it out as fast as possible. But
It's chalk drawing. It's haunting.
yeah, like the scene of just an entire room just like smeared in red chalk is just like locked in his mind as he's talking about it, and he looks at the scales on his hands and he's like, well, they decided to make an augmented chimera, I guess. And then put some rather nasty stuff in place of a portion of my blood. You folks have already seen what it does to Devil Fruit users. They infuse me with sea stone. It's not exactly comfortable.
Nasty stuff to us, it is.
Yeah, it's not exactly comfortable. It's also why my scales have this pearlescent color, I guess. As he's like coming to a close, he looks at the scales in his hands a bit more and is staring at them, and he's like, maybe it's time I apply the sea stone to my blade rather than just my claws. As he's like thinking that, he does not say that out loud. He finishes affixing the bait to the fishing rod, and he just finally, for like the first time in what to him seems like hours but was only a few minutes, he looks over at the two and goes, well, that's pretty much my story. When you found me, I was, well, they were still trying to decide what to do with me.
As a matter of fact, Rom, we can very much relate to pretty much your experiences there ourselves.
I've done forgot what year all's past. I think Mike's was like Muppets.
And mine was ink or something.
Oh yeah, yours is the scroll.
Who do
Yeah.
you?
As much of our childhood was spent as lab rats as well. Torn open much like yourself.
Them damn experiments. Experimenting
As
on
you can
people.
see, all the mechanical parts on the outside of me, there's a lot on the inside as well. Those weren't there naturally.
Yeah, I figured not. They didn't try and put machines in me. I don't know what they put in me, but all I know is there's definitely something different about this body now.
Same as I don't know to the full extent quite yet of what they implanted, but I know this is my normal body anymore.
And much like yourself, our memories have been, well, more than tampered with, to say the least.
Seems to be a common thing on any test subject. They strip your memories.
Yes, when I came out of those labs, I was pretty much brainwashed and under their control. If it weren't for Stone here and our shared experiences, well, I would hate to see where I would be today.
Probably still in that damn lab getting experimented on.
They are a bunch of sick individuals.
As useful, I mean, at least it's a bit useful, right? As I make that remark, I set the pole aside and like and take like my fingers open, and as I do, these like talon blades of claws just like jut out of my fingers, and I'm like, and I just shrug and say, now it would definitely help if I could remember that I have these. It's been how many years since they've changed me, and I'm still trying to get used to that. I clench my fist again, the claws retracting before they can dig into my own palm.
They don't seem to want us to remember what they implanted into us or our new abilities.
Mention what your dream is, what it's part.
Jay, you're outside the room. We can't hear you.
Okay, continue on with it.
All I pieced out of that was dream.
Yes.
So-
Well, they did turn us into weapons. And for all of its uses, I guess we'll just have to make them regret that.
They seem to have forgotten that living weapons tend to have their own sense of agency.
We are still living.
I mean, well, I almost wasn't.
Yes. Very
And
much so.
That nasty
pains
truck
me to
did
hear
pick a
that.
powerful punch.
It pains me to hear your younger years were very much spent like ours.
But maybe
It's
that's
all
why
right.
we were maybe that's why we were destined to meet each other, so that we can form this crew of misfits.
Hmm. I'm very glad we have all met, though.
Likewise. I was just about to say how peculiar it is that three people who are basically marine lab rats all somehow found their way to one another, but then again, I guess it makes sense that we were all kept in the same prison, right?
Hmm.
I guess in the end we should actually thank the crew that actually attacked the prison, so that we could have made our escape.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Remember, they are the ones that killed us.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm still trying to wrap my head around how we came back.
I would say that would more than make us even for any appreciation we had for them.
I got a weird question for you two. When your guys' hearts stopped beating in that prison, did you by chance, and this is going to sound very strange, pardon me, but did you by chance hear the voice of a Frenchman in your head?
Well, we actually have never brought this up. But, yes. Yes, I did.
So it wasn't just a death rattle fever hallucination then. All right.
I actually assumed all of that myself, and did not think it was relevant.
Just
I will say now, John, you're gonna notice, like, on your person, since that moment that you all woke up, you've had a pocket watch in your pocket. However, it's not a watch, it's a log pose. What a log pose is basically a compass for the sea. You would know what this is as a log pose. Dom and Mikey wouldn't, because they're not navigators. But what I was trying to say when I was in the kitchen was, also don't forget to mention your dream and what inspired you for that dream.
oh
And
yeah.
as well, Dom would show that he has a pocket watch as well.
Yeah.
Wait, was the pocket watch acquired after the death in the prison or
When we
before?
woke up from death,
Oh, okay.
we had these watches.
You know, it's
Fancy
a-
little
yeah.
watch.
You know, folks, it's a bit funny. I'm rustling in my pocket, pull the pocket watch, hit the button, flip it open, revealing the compass needle, which is just oriented true north and just slowly drifting back and forth ever so slightly.
Well, no, when you open it up, the needle becomes.
Yeah.
You may want to go Google what a log pose looks like, but it's just going to point straight up and down to where it's not leading to anywhere, which signifies that you are nowhere that this compass can magnetize itself to the location.
Yeah,
Oh my
'cause-
god, Rob.
Well, usually
I
they
have
would
one
have
of
to
those.
out of game. Usually they would have to spend a few days to maybe even a week at some place to get the next
Yeah.
readings, I guess you would call it.
Yeah, that's what it's going to end up doing when it
Oh,
reveals the
oh, that-
location.
Oh, that's weird. So it's actually like a One Piece specific thing. Okay.
Yeah, like it is a compass, but it's like a weird. It
Yeah.
works way
It
different
has-
than a
It
compass.
points.
we
It
know of.
points. It points to the last island we visited. All right.
Yeah,
That's what this says.
Eyes gonna
until-
widen at that a little bit.
Oh my god, Rom, I have one of those as well. He
Sets his fishing rod into a holder on the edge of the ship. Digs into his pocket. He pulls out like a handful of a few pocket watches, kind of sorts a couple aside, and then pulls one up. Cracks it open to make sure that it looks about the same inside.
Dom's doesn't have a pose, however.
It
Dom's is
doesn't
just a
actually
broken
say
pocket
what
watch.
it is, unfortunately.
Oh shit, mine's broke.
But it has the inscription to where Louis has left notes on it to let you know what it'll do. Well, whatever I put in the notes on it.
Well,
I'm
it's
just staring.
broken, but it's got some scratches written on the inside here.
I'm staring at the pocket watch, just looking in the direction that it's pointing, which is to the prior island. It's a bit funny that, you know, I found this on my person, considering that my the real passion that I picked up from my childhood was to be a navigator and explore the new world, because as much as exhilarating as it was to be a crewman and engaging in so much, you know, swashbuckling and piracy and even marine activities when I was their peers, I don't know.
Right.
I'm just so, I'm already weary of the fight, you know? I just want to get out there, explore, find something new, something peaceful for once.
Fair
I guess that's what motivates me.
It's not a bad dream, if I say so myself. Nothing wrong with wanting peace every now and then.
Freedom. That's exactly what we wanted. What's freer than the open seas?
I need a message, Dom.
What's
Before we start this next
what's more
memory.
free than a pirate?
And what's
You get
more
to-
free than a pirate?
You get to live by your own rules, do whatever you want.
Not be experimented on.
Yeah, still, yeah, you can get your ass kicked on occasion.
Get her ass kicked on
That's just-
occasion.
But that's just part of the adventure.
Almost accidentally kill my own captain. Sorry again about that, Kincaid.
Not to worry. You have saved
I'm,
my life more times than you've put it in danger.
I'm gonna have to be careful with these.
And likewise, I'm sure I will be putting your life in danger too.
I'm gonna have to be. Yeah.
Even though you want a peaceful life, I am sorry. In
Yeah.
advance.
Well, once we, you know, gather enough riches, maybe one day I can make that a reality.
Maybe so in this cruel world.
Oh. Also, when I was younger, before
Are
the
you going
experiments,
into your memories now?
Sure.
Roll fishing.
All of us.
It's like as you all take turns, you are throwing the lines out back again.
So I just roll d20, correct?
Yeah. You're going to roll a d20. Mike, you're going to use your fishing pole. Goddamn, John. So, Mike, you catch another rare fish hitting to the second stack. Dom, you do the same thing.
So I catch a rare fish, you said?
Yeah. John, however, you know, as something takes your bait, you notice as soon as it takes the bait, it dives downwards. Like, you know you're in for a struggle, in for a fight. I want you to roll with your fishing pole again.
As it tugs, real quick before I roll, just adding some flavor. As it tugs, it like pulls me up off the crate, and I like stumble forward and have to like brace myself against the edge of the ship, and I'm like, well, guess finally got this fishing thing down. Come on, you.
oh, Rum, you got a huge one.
I'll be right back and use the restroom.
God damn, bro, you almost rolled back-to-back crits.
Damn.
So as you fucking yank back the fishing pole, like, causing all your muscles to tighten around the bone, to give one big yank, this massive, well, we'll just say it's an elephant tuna, which you can look that up for One Piece reference. But it's a legendary fish in this area. Now, as where you're starting, you already start with 1 stack of the buff that Dom and Mike have.
Rom.
And as well, you can keep that fish for like prime. You can use it for cooking, or you could sell it to the next port for $500,000.
Holy shit. Nice. I tried to look up elephant tuna and it just came back with yellowfin tuna in real life. It's like, no, I need to anime fishy.
Oh,
Give me
so you
cartoon
cut
fish.
you cut a elephant tuna?
Yeah,
Yeah.
apparently.
Oh, nice.
There we go. Animal species, bluefinned elephant tuna.
Amazing, Rom. You got a knack for this.
Let's just. I'm like trying to wrestle the fish further onto the deck. Yeah, well, maybe it's not fun. Can somebody help me with this?
And this,
Oh, you got it.
you know, this fish is like twice the size of you.
We'll say like some of the other crew are here, helping out maybe.
Yeah, you know, Bubbles
Yeah.
is like foaming at the mouth, like wanting to cook this, helping you tug
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah, he is.
I'm
Finn's
just,
there.
I'm just staring at Bubbles of Finn like Finn. I'm just staring at Bubbles specifically. I like kind of like side glance at Finn, but then look back at Bubbles and I'm like, not right now. No.
Stupid crab.
Now pull harder, you stupid crab.
No, he's
Have
got
you
like
watched-
his, he's
I'm
got
look-
like his fucking
Oh, sorry, no, I was
claw
thinking
went
sound.
from the fishing pole, helping fucking Rom fucking pull it up.
Yeah.
So wait, did I successfully catch it, or
Yes,
are we still?
you have 1 stack of the
Yeah, I would
of
say
the
so.
stacking thing buff because you almost hit back-to-back 20s. So you started in, you got an extra throw, I saying because you had to fight this thing up, and
Okay.
because it was a 19 coming to a 26 row, whatever. But because it was a 19 on the row, you caught to where you already had 1 stack from just that catching that 1 fish.
Ah, okay. Looking at Finn like a little help, please. Like just
And
like going
then
down the line, just like asking.
Once you
people
all
for
finish
help.
there, Dom can start into his background.
As Dom starts his story, I've like plopped down like panting for breath. The fish is stowed away, and I'm just sitting there trying to prepare the lore for the next cast. And I'm just like, ooh. Okay, go on, Dom. Sorry.
Oh yes. Yes. I remember long time ago, before the experiments, when I was really young. Back when I worked for the Outback crew. Those really strong ones we fought, the Chabra and Dango. Well, they were the captains of the crew back then, and they weren't quite so the way they are today. They were more benevolent. They used to help and rescue minks. That's what kind of inspires me to do what I do today. And of course, the freedom to do it.
Well,
I
you know,
just-
like, Dango and Chabra's view was always to be free. But to them, after the experiment, the freedom that they want is just theirs, not anybody else's. They want to be in control. They want everything to be theirs because of their strength.
I
They
could
still
just
hold
see-
on to, like, the true belief they had before they were experimented on. Which, when you all get to labs, you'll learn more of what happens with that. Or
With,
what
like, the
happened to
experiments.
turn them into the way they were. Yeah.
We'll say I said that. Yeah. And I wish for it to be. Well, when we free people, I wish for them to have the choice to be free themselves. So.
I just can't believe those two, Chopra and Dango, actually helped Minx at one point.
They are strong, but I think they use their strength for the wrong purposes. That's why I'm gonna be stronger.
If anyone that sells or enslaves minks is terrible. I just can't believe that they
I will
that they would
correct
actually
you here, though. They never sold or enslaved minks. That
They
was
saved
other
them.
parts. That was
Yeah,
other
it was the
parts of
crocodile
their
that
crew.
started doing that.
Yeah, after they disappeared.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Because it was like, just because you use the name the Outback Pirates, you'll be feared because it was known. Croc did that while enslaving, selling slaves.
Yeah, when they left the crew, that's when stuff went to shit, and that's when Kincaid started getting abused and dismembered and sold off to the labs.
What's going to be the memory, like, talking about your past, like John did.
Well, that was pretty much it. I mean, we've gone over everything else before.
Oh yeah, because this was just your arc.
Yeah, we kind of did.
Yeah.
We kind of did like. We also kind
We
of.
went over my stuff through the trip there. The peyote trip.
Peyote.
Fucking Kyle.
And this was just a little before and after out loud to the crew. Sure.
Done made us trip twice, and all
If
he had to
anything,
say
I am
about it
glad
was,
that-
"It was to enlighten you." Like, yeah, it was okay to get some of our memories back, but why do you have to drug us?
I have to say, getting up to about this point was pretty shitty. But meeting you all, and starting to create a family of our own, well, I gotta say, it's been pretty nice. I'm kind of glad it all happened to get us here.
Like I said, it seems from our similar backstories that it was pretty much destined for us to assemble this crew.
As you are
It's a
talking,
turd.
the spirit of the ship, Max, shows up and he just plops down next to John, a small little crocodile looking up at him with wide eyes. Meat.
And we all
Meat.
see him.
Yeah, you all can see him.
Okay.
And like,
Is anybody else seeing
We
this?
all know him. or-
I just stare. I just.
John
looking
was,
at
I
him.
think John was the only one that caught a glimpse of him last time other than Whiskey.
Right, because we haven't seen him ourselves yet, so...
Right.
Is this our first time seeing him?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Who the fuck
Who
are
the hell
you?
is this adorable little guy?
I was about to ask
As
you
I
guys.
grip my swords.
The little crocodile holds up the bone from where he'd just eaten a meat shank before like reaching into himself, pulling out another one, before taking the bone and smacking it against the tuna. As he starts devouring the other meat, then he like continues to smack the tuna like this little crocodile is saying he demands your tribute of that tuna to him.
I'm sorry.
Wait,
but
what's
I don't
some of
know
this-
who the hell are you?
Did he just reach into himself and pull an entire thing of meat out of his chest cavity? Did anybody else see that?
I
Did
think you
anyone
would
else see
remember
that?
Whiskey telling you that this was some type of spirit of the ship. But he would only tell Rom that because Rom would have asked him, what the fuck is that raccoon looking thing? It's a crocodile.
Oh, so that's what we think, or we ask Rom?
Well, Rom would have been told, would get the glimpse back that Whiskey told him something of the spirit of the ship.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, okay, so I actually know. Okay.
So, Rom, do you know who?
All he
who
told
this
you
is?
is, that crocodile was the spirit of the ship when you had asked him about it last time. Because, I think Rom was all like, did you see that over there? And Whiskey's like, yeah, but don't worry about it.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I
appar-
didn't mean to alarm you. I just didn't know who you were. So you're a spirit of the ship, eh?
Huh. Amazing.
The
Oh, the
crocodile's
spirit-
still looking up at John, saying meat.
So that I think all I can say is
How's
meat,
Bubbles
guys.
taking it?
King walks up looking down at the little spirit. He's like, yes. Like he can understand it. He's
I
like, I
follow
think
King
the
and
little,
look him down as well.
I think the little thing wants to eat that entire tuna itself, and it demands tribute to it because it takes you across the ocean. I think that's what he's saying. I could be wrong, and he could just be saying meat.
Stone
Yeah, I
comes to the
kinda got-
conclusion.
I kinda
I think
got
he
it.
just likes meat.
I kind of gathered that myself, King. But I don't know. What do you think? Think it'll give us a bad omen if we don't?
20 years script fell.
Oh God. Not the curse.
It is an amazingly rare fish, Rom, but
And it's like at
kinda
that
wanna
moment
see
you
if he could eat it.
hear my voice telling you 20 years.
So, can I do a
God, is that you?
persuasion to convince him to only accept half of it?
Hey, King, can you tell me whether or not he wants this thing cooked or not as well? I have a feeling we might want to give up some of this to it, just so you know. The ship doesn't, take us over the edge of the earth or anything like that.
I'm kind of curious to see if he could eat the whole thing myself.
I mean, that's all. I mean, that fish is worth a lot of money, guys.
That is quite a lot of fish. But we have caught a bunch of other rare fish here too.
So,
You
King,
know,
any idea if he wants it cooked or not?
The little crocodile like moves halfway before moving down a little bit more towards just a quarter, and he demands just a quarter to himself before he moves the bone out, like explaining in motion that the rest of it is for the rest of the crew, telling you you can't sell this fish because you have to make tribute to him.
Oh, well, I mean, of course.
Yeah, well, my question. I mean, that's fine, but my question still hasn't been answered. King, can you ask him if he wants this thing cooked or not? Because Bubbles might take issue to it being eaten raw. Chef that he is and whatnot.
King
Oh,
fucking
don't
holds
mind
the
that
leather on his
stupid crab.
waist. He looks down at the little crocodile. Well, how do you want him to cook it? Do you want to eat it raw? My friend, what is it that you wish? And the little crocodile throws its hands up in like a mushroom cloud. Bubbles' head nods, as he takes his sword down, cutting off the quarter, adding a little bit more. That the crocodile, they're just like ignoring Rom now. As he does, he like flickers his claw, starting the green flames as he's dicing up the elephant tuna now. You all go ahead and make a fishing check while Bubbles is cooking this.
Fishing
Oh,
rod or
so
1d20?
King dragged it away to Bubbles.
No, Bubbles just come over and started cutting it as King was talking to
Oh.
the crocodile.
And our
Like
family just keeps getting livelier.
It's like Bubbles can understand Croc or Max.
I just
Couldn't King talk to
exasperate his side.
animals?
Just exasperate his side. Just put a cigarette in my mouth, light it, and then just cast again. You said roll d20.
Are we doing
Roll with
fishing
your rod.
Oh, fishing rod.
Oh, fishing. Oh, fishing.
Let's
pole.
go.
Each 20 y'all get a stack.
That should put me to the 3 stacks now.
Yeah.
Of the same rare
So
fish I
next,
caught.
So next you're gonna roll 3 times, and then I'll tell you what happens.
Cool.
All of us or just Dom?
Just Dom, because he said 3 stacks.
Oh, okay.
I'm only at 2 stacks of rare fish.
You have to roll an 18 or 20 to hit it. By the way,
Dang.
before modifiers. Because at that point, all of you all are going to be able to catch legendary fish.
Good.
So,
Just wait
Bubbles
till the
like
nat
cooks
20.
up a large meal, different styles of fish and everything before handing off the large quarter chunk to me. As y'all watch him hand the little small sized crocodile, his jaw extends out, it's like it could envelop John right before him, before clamping down on the fish, chewing it up and swallowing it whole as it lets out a burp. Its body like swollen as it like rolls across the deck. Meat.
Quite impressive.
There he goes.
As Bubbles is like shuffling you all out to grab food and try his food.
You didn't put any poison in this, right, Crab?
I mean, yeah, of course we partake.
The crowd just looks at Mike. Like when Mike goes to get his sections, it's just like smaller than everybody else's.
Amazing Bubbles.
Something looks off
Delicious
about
as
this.
always.
Yeah, I partake of it kind of begrudgingly because it's like, guess I don't get a say in it.
Well, it's a filler episode because you all really aren't going to get money out of it.
That
Yeah.
stupid crab doesn't know how to use season. As Stone slowly eats the small portion that Bubbles gives him, or gave him.
And it's like everybody else looks at you and it's like, are you a fucking retard? They're like, this is the best cooked fish we've ever had in our life.
Don't worry, Rom. You can have my fish as reimbursement for it.
Oh, I don't want to
There's
take your
like-
fish, Captain.
There's like
Oh,
enough
no,
of this fish.
it's fine, it's fine. The other fish is for the ship.
There's enough of this fish like to supply the ship for like 3 days worth of food. That's for the afternoon.
Stone makes the remark, it doesn't take skill to cook some stupid fish, put it on a stick, put it over a fire, add some season, voila. You're just trying to show off.
And it's like as you're saying that Dom remembers you cooking fish last time, and it was like black to a crisp. And when you bit into it, it just crumbled into ashes.
I mean, since Kincaid don't need food to live anyway, it doesn't bother him regardless how it tastes or looks. He's just like, yes, it's fantastic.
See, the captain understands what I'm talking about. Silly crab.
I don't know, it tastes pretty good to me.
Rob's just like, fuck you. It's like, I'm gonna go back for more.
Damn,
tastes-
Bubbles, this is fantastic.
He's like, it tastes so bad. Quit fucking eating it. I'll eat your share.
But I look over, hey Bubbles, got any more for ration today, or is that it? It's just like,
This table's like is long, width-wise.
Yeah, there's a lot of fish he's being able to whip up.
damn.
But he never serves us bamboo. How do you
Well,
call
if he was
yourself
cooking
a-
the fish, he's
Because
cooking
he knows you love it.
he's cooking vegetables and everything else for like sides and desserts with it as well.
Everything but bamboo, because he knows it's your favorite.
Right.
Silly cook.
Technically, pandas don't eat bamboo; they eat sugarcane.
You just had to go and piss off the crab chef, didn't you?
Like I said, it's nothing to cook a fish over a fire.
Lean
As
over
Stone
to
slowly is still eating his small portion.
Kincaid and whisper, Ray have something against crustaceans?
King like is looking between Bubbles and Stone, and he's like, "Did a crab molest you when you were younger?" What?
No, crabs just always think they're better than everyone.
Not
It's
that I
like
know
it's-
of. Just
it's
against
like-
Bubbles.
As Mike says that, like every one of y'all remember crab logs like fucking beating fight down with the king.
Oh, right, crab locks.
They think
That
they're on their.
cantankerous old fuck.
They think they're on this.
What a
pedestal.
guy.
You know, Finn's like,
Love that guy.
Bubbles not crab blocks. Trust me.
He's okay for a stupid crab.
Keep that up, you're gonna get bonked again.
His progress, though. He did say he's okay.
Yeah, I guess.
King's like, so an old crab beat your ass? Sounds like you may have made him mad, my friend. You should really learn to respect your elders.
It wasn't nothing, King.
Funny enough, King, that's exactly what Crablock said.
Well, see, then he had every right then, Panda.
Sighs. Lights his cigarette. Guess I'll try to work on it.
King raises his thumb feather up. Whack! Good, my friend.
My friend.
We can all strive to be better people. Better and brighter. You know, we're not like that asshole crocodile enslaving people. Oh, it still ruffles my fucking feathers. Whack! He's like
Very much so. Very much so.
You see him pull out his sword like the little fucking penguin catches on fire. And he's like, you knocked out my friend Rom. No one does that.
I say we cheers to King.
Wait, what happened? Man, my connection cut out. What'd you say, Judy? I'm sorry.
King
Where'd you
pulled out
last
his
hear?
sword. Yeah, where'd you last hear?
I don't even know. It got real choppy.
King gave a little I love Rom speech.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he pulled out his sword and his shield like caught flame, and he was like, "No one knocks out my friend Rom."
Yeah, but
Because we were
wait, what?
bad-mouthing the croc cunt.
Oh. Oh, okay. I didn't hear that part either. Damn.
We were like,
Yes, King, we concur.
He's like I said, what? And he's like proudly, like, you know, flaunting off, smiling. I am the shield of this crew now.
When one of us goes down, the rest of our brothers hop to his aid.
Yeah,
I guess this would actually be like King's induction to the crew too.
Stone tries to take credit and is like, "See, I told you I would get King to join our crew."
King
Hey,
looked over at him, and
Are
he's
you
like,
saying exactly what he's insinuating here?
he's like, no, my boss told me to follow you all and to help you all. That you all seem promising for the future, and I can never tell my king no. So here I am now. I'm King, shield of the pirate crew, whatever we become named. What?
Yeah, sorry about that. It's kind of a work in progress right now. But don't pay
But
no mind.
work on it, we will.
We'll get it.
You know, he just folds his
And
feathers
even
on
under
it.
those circumstances, welcome to the crew, King.
He nods his head and he's like, whack, 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 whack.
3 cheers for
Glad to be with
King.
y'all. You know, Bubbles is serving out drinks for everybody. Just hands Rom an entire bottle of rum.
Also, we were quite bummed out when we thought you were dead.
He was like, oh, yes. Well, that my devil fruit is special. Really special.
We see that.
Eventually I'll be able to tell you all about it. But under my king's orders, I am to remain quiet because it reveals pretty much what the rest of his crew's devil fruit is like. We all...
Yes, my friend. You are under no pressure to give us any extra information. We trust in your character. You've more than proven yourself.
He's like, my king, when you was young and you was with them, you may have remembered him. He was the third crewmate, the one beneath the Dango and Chabra. He says, the White Knight Tippy. He was like, he left because the way things were falling apart after the two left, and he couldn't hold together, and now he's created a kingdom where only
Yes.
minks are allowed.
You say only minks?
Only minks and fishmen. None
Yes.
others.
Vice Captain Tippy, he was very nice, very kind.
Well, I guess he would be the first commander. If you think, like...
Yeah,
he
well,
would-
whatever his rank, say I said that.
Yeah, well, he would be first commander because Dango and Chopper are both captain.
Mm-hmm.
So, King, since you're technically officially joining the crew now, Stone gets starry-eyed. You've totally got to show me how to do your double slash move. It's so cool the way you just were like fing and then fling.
He's like, oh, my friend, one day we will sit and train all day. Maybe you can learn it. I learned from a great fighter, a great knight that I had learned from just watching him. So maybe you can learn the same way.
Does is he holding his shield or is his shield near him by chance?
He is holding his shield.
Oh.
His shield and his sword are... His shield is always sheathed, but when he sheaths it, it's just the hilt itself. And when he pulls it out, the phoenix flames cause the blade to form. And the same thing with his shield, when he grabs onto the handle in his hand, the shield forms from the phoenix fruit.
I'll be right back again, guys.
So then Stone draws Gloom Under Night and does a king pose and just lets out whack. His best
Whack.
impression.
He's like, you'll get it down soon, my friend. You sound really close, though. I like it. Whack, 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 whack.
I strive to be as cool as you one day, King.
One day, my friend, you will be a great warrior just as I am.
No guarantees on the cool part.
No guarantees on the cool part. But we can hope, my friend. We can hope. You seem kind of like a specious, racist type of fella, hating crabs and all. And that's just not King, you know?
It's not nothing race or anything. Like I said, they just think that they're better than us. Or at least in my past experiences.
He's like, well, it does sound like you do that old man an apology. And a little bit more respect than what you gave him.
A couple of the scientists in the labs we were talking about, they were also crabs.
Oh, well, those fuckers decide to be slashed down.
Yes, yes.
It's a work in progress, but I'm trying. I have my worries about crabs. Ever since the experiments
They took a particular interest in him.
whenever they started to experiment on us, it's unforgivable. But with this crew, I will become the best panda or the swordsman that I can, and I will definitely work on it.
I believe you will get there, Stone.
Well, with this crew, Captain, I'm pretty sure we can accomplish anything. I was really
Oh.
weary at first, but I think we're shaping up pretty nice. Da 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 da.
I do say you're right, Stone. If Whiskey would ever wake up from his fucking coma.
Whiskey's a real drinker. I guess that's why his name is Whiskey. You ever wonder if that was his birth name by chance?
Hard to tell.
Well, it's a name that seems very fitting by the way he holds his liquor, or he drinks his liquor. Does a imitation of a rat drinking a bottle.
Rat fucking swimming in the bottle.
like a sinking ship, and the rats are like doggy paddling to get up to the fucking top of it. But it's just a little rat doggy paddling through a fucking bottle of fucking Jack Daniels.
Like a rat got in the bottle, drank it all, but he's too fat to get back out of it.
Right at the
Right.
like top part, the drinking part, or I guess you would say pouring, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
the
about.
neck.
The neck, yeah.
Whiskey pickled rat.
Yeah.
Pickled rat.
Oh, okay.
The pickled rats!
Kind
Nope.
of has a ring to it, but sounds just disgusting. Jesus.
Doesn't inspire the right kind of mood.
These fish seem to be taking quite a while. I guess Rom may have scared him off after he caught that good one.
After he caught their king.
Yeah, we're waiting for John to get back.
Right, right.
You
So we'll
know.
take like a 5-minute break if y'all need to run to the bathroom or get something to drink.
Oh, good. Gotcha. A little intermission.
Yeah.
I did just run my drink dry.
I like it. Like y'all are continuing it on without me having to continue it on for you. I feel like this is good for
Nice
filler
RP banter. Yeah.
because it gives me a
Quite
break.
relaxing. Yeah, and you don't gotta be so fucking engaged with us.
He get, like he's doing. He can play king. You know what I'm saying? He can join in with us
Mhm.
as like a
Yeah.
crewmate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's relaxing all around. Quite nice.
You can now play as a Minotaur, Kobold, and even Final Fantasy 14 races in Boulder Gates 3 mods.
I saw that on my Google feed when I was looking through news earlier.
It sucks because the PlayStation won't get fucking mods.
Right.
I don't know, didn't they add it to where Fallout 4 could get mods for the PlayStation 4, Mikey?
Yeah, and Skyrim as well.
Well,
it was a
then
little
maybe-
bit.
Oh,
It
maybe.
was a little bit after, or like, I think the same time. It was the same time or a little after Skyrim got their mods on console.
Hmm.
But it
Well,
come with
maybe-
a catch
Maybe
though.
promise.
But with Fallout though, it had to be like technically filtered. So like you would send it or you would submit the mod in. They would review it, see how it performed or what it was, and then they would accept it or decline it.
Let's see, dude, the creators of fucking Baldur's Gate 3 would be like,
You cut out there.
Yeah, you cut out pretty bad, buddy.
They'd be like, and then you dropped.
Oh, excuse me.
I think Baldur's Gate launched on
What?
PC with full mod support, but yeah, no support for it on consoles.
not yet.
And
They'll
I
be
think
in-
it's still yet to launch in the next couple days or something.
Yeah, it gets
Or-
released,
or
I
it
think,
did or
on the
something.
8th.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, baby.
Like when we start buying card sets, we can start trying to play Magic at least once a week too. Better
Possibly,
yet,
possibly.
let's go get One Piece booster boxes.
I have looked at the cards a little bit on Amazon because I seen them when I was looking at the Lord of the Rings set from MTG.
I just want to collect it. I bought 1 or 2 booster packs of it. I also want to collect that Disney set that just come out because there's like a lot of high price cards. And
I
it's
have
like
not
the
seen
first set of it, and if it kicks off like it should because it's Disney, those cards are going to be worth money in a couple of years. I mean, look at Charizard. Charizard wasn't no fucking $400 when he first come out. He's like $100 card.
Yeah.
And now Charizard sell for $500,000. Like, it's ridiculous, man.
Now all Charizards sell for better than most cards.
The only thing that has Charizard's beats is the Power 9.
I'll play the
In some pieces of the Power 9.
that copyright-free music that you sent me in chat. I'll play it real quick since we're waiting. Turn it down.
Anyone still in chat?
No, sadly.
Ah.
All good, all good. We still love you, chat.
Even though there's no one there to hear this.
I have to go fucking take
Oh,
Colin
that
back
won't
in
be
like 5 to 6.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably have to call it around like 4 or so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get a little bit of little game in before I have to call it for the night, you know.
Yeah, I gotta try to get up early afternoon tomorrow myself.
Oh, I almost forgot about the freaking first episode of the new Jujutsu Kaisen. The new part or whatever, or the new arc. I butcher it every time.
today or tomorrow?
Shibui. It come
come
out
out
Thursday, yeah.
Oh shit.
I almost forgot about that. Which, chat, if you haven't checked out Jujutsu Kaisen, I definitely recommend it. It is definitely worth it.
Yes, very much so.
It's starting now into that year-long arc.
Yeah, the Shibui, or how, I can't remember how you say it.
Shibuya, something like that.
Yeah, it's like Shibuya, something like
The
that.
Shibuya arc?
Well, dude, do you know how long the Wano arc's been?
It's like 2-3 years, isn't it?
Wow.
Because it
I
come out
think
in what,
going
19 or
on
20?
5. No.
I can't remember.
It's the longest season so far.
You gotta think, I'm technically still new. I just like I
Since
I
892
buckled down and
for
watched
current.
I binge watched the fuck out of One Piece. Only took me 3 months, chat, to get to 900. Now I did sacrifice game time. I will say that that was also
the
a big
Wano
part
arc
of why I
started
didn't do a
July
lot of
2nd,
content.
2018. Or that was
Oh,
the
shit.
chapter.
Well, was that manga or anime though?
That was the manga.
And like disclaimer, like I said in the description, I do not own the rights to this, but shout out to IA. Where is there? Like I said, it doesn't show where, but the page is Music for All, and it says no copyright, so shout out to them for the copyright-free music. Little chill, One Piece vibe. Definitely love it.
Yeah, the Wano arc started in 2018, even the anime.
Did I hear John?
Yeah.
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 Alright, I need each one of y'all to make a fishing grove.
This is where I do my triple roll.
Is that the okay fishing rod? Oh, so what, we doing it 3 times?
No, you and John do it once.
Gotcha,
Dom, you didn't
mate.
catch anything. You got 2 more chances.
Excuse me.
You get a 3rd stack, so next time you roll 3 fishing rods.
Who, Stone?
Yeah, well, you and Stone.
I get what,
Oh,
sir?
okay.
You both get to do the 3 rods now.
Okay. I'll let him go first, so it's not jumping
So
up.
each one of you all do it once more, because then it'll cut to Mike's flashback, and then we'll make the end of it.
Do another set of triple for me.
Each one of you all.
Okay.
Okay. Here's my next one.
You need to
Oh,
do
that was
3.
terrible.
You gotta roll them all at once.
Mike,
Terrible.
you have 2 more chances.
2 more?
Go ahead, John.
Oh,
Nice.
nat 20 on that. Good shit. We're on.
All right. Dom, go ahead and do your 3. Doesn't matter. So, John, as you land the last hook, I need you to make 5 fishing rolls right now.
Woo. Damn.
As you land in a massive elephant tuna in, you see the sea sparkle. Dolphins are following your ship before it changes. Everything around you all shifts in reality. The ocean sparkling with luminant color, and then the horizon colors melting, kind of like in a rainbow spectrum. As you look down and you see the shadows of all these fish swimming, you can tell everything that you can land is going to be a legendary statist fish. You land 2 large-sized elephant tunas, and then 3 medium-sized.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Mike, go ahead and make your other 3 rolls.
Terrible. Jeez.
So you get 2 small elephant tunas, the size of the first one John caught, and then a medium, a little bit bigger than the one John originally caught. So
get you say a medium fish?
yes. Dom, go ahead and make a throw for your 1 rainbow throw.
Is it just 1 medium fish? My bad.
Yeah. You get a 1 about the size of the first one John got. Now this will kick into Mike's ambition, childhood dreams, his past part. And then during this, I will have y'all make more fishing rolls. And
Gotcha.
all these elephant tunas you all get, even though they sell, you can't sell them, but you all will have this as food for your all's trip.
Yeah, food for the ship.
Oh, we still got
That month of revisions that you got from Crablocks would have been you selling towards the outback.
because when, as of going to Croc, as of last battle, we have 2 weeks of food, aside from whatever rations every individual has.
Yeah, so this will stock you up all on food for a while. At least till y'all make it to the Grand Line.
And
Or a
chat,
little bit
since
further into
I
the
do
Grand
have
Line.
my notebook, correction from earlier, it is not Star Ship, it is just Star Typhoon. That is the name of the ship. My bad.
Star Typhoon.
Star Typhoon.
Yes, yes.
For those who don't know, it is an Outlaw Star reference.
Right, you told me that, but I forgot.
Rom is currently crushed beneath the weight of a bunch of elephant tuna that he pulled.
Right.
Stone
Go ahead and start up your-
starts
Rob, I told you you
reminiscing.
have a knack for this.
Help me! Help!
I never could quite get the whole fishing. No matter who in the dojo tried to show me. They tried to show me a few times, but I would always either catch nothing or just catch these little bait fish. They kept saying, but The food.
You know, as all these elephant tunas are filling the ship, too. Meat's eyes are just racing. You can see like the drool pouring down from the side of the crocodile's lips.
Oh God, it's Luffy's spirit animal.
Yes, meat. Help yourself to one of the medium-sized ones.
You can see like the little crocodile rolling across the deck from its bulged out form before the large mouth just comes back, eating the entire medium-sized elephant fish as it's like gobbling it down. You
This
see
is
like
amazing to
tears.
see.
You like see like tears of joy and happiness running down his cheeks as he's devouring it.
That's one happy little croc.
It's astonishing he can fit so much in there.
Yeah, I just really hope he doesn't explode. That'd be really bad.
Yeah.
You know, as he finishes it, and he's even more swollen up. He like burps, and this large cloud comes from his mouth as he like shrinks back down to the same size. He's like meat.
Something tells me we're gonna run through rations pretty quick with a ship spirit this ravenous.
This monstrosity of a croc. He'll eat us out of all of our food.
It's like y'all have done blessed the ship for like the next bit of travel alone. You can continue on, Mike.
I never knew this. The ship was
Consider
going
it
to
as
require
fuel for the
tributes.
ship.
Let's say, as you may think, I never was really all that good at this whole swordsman deal at first. I was kind of a docile panda. Usually pandas aren't fighters, so I did end up getting bullied in the dojo, but I come to find out that being he's not fat, but he's not buff. You know what I'm saying? He's a kind of in between. He's toned. He's not ripped. He kind of just like puts his hand on his belly, shakes his non-flabby belly, I guess you would say, and is like, but. And then I hit a growth spurt and become this voluptuous panda, and found out that it wasn't that quite that hard.
Alright, fish and rolls. John, you get to do another 5. Dom and Mike do 1.
5?
Yep.
Still with the rods.
Yep.
We got the king fisherman on our crew.
We really do.
You got a small one, Dom. Mike, you got a large size one. John,
Still
you get
elephant tunas.
yeah. John, you get the like extra small elephant tuna. a
Which one did you
large
say I got
one,
again? My
and a
bad.
medium, and then as you hook in, you get a large one, Mike.
Oh, large
As
one.
you hook in one of your hooks, you notice something heavy like dragon. As you pull it in, it's a large. We're gonna just call these things bull barracudas. And like this thing's massive. It makes the elephant tuna look and shame. If you could sell this thing, you could sell it for 2 million berry. But you've heard like this is like food of the gods.
You
No
could do
one
something
or
where like
celestial-
Bubbles starts going crazy because he recognizes it since he's the cook. This is out of game.
Yeah, I'll make that here in a second. But this is like you being of military background with pirate background, you would hear this is the only celestial dragons eat this type of meat. They're the only ones who could find it. But you as well there's like a flickering haze in your mind from where that sea stone wyvern blood in you remembers this food from where the sea stone wyvern were found. Bubbles is like his eyes are wide, and you can see like his claw already flickering with flames. And I guess Finn would explain to you what Bubbles would tell you that the price, the quality of meat that the bull barracuda is. And then, that's for you to play off before Mike goes back into his story.
I managed to scramble out from underneath a pile that, we just pulled in. So you said it was a large, a medium, a tiny, and then the bull barracuda?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure I got that right in notes. I'm like finally managed to pull in the bull barracuda, and I'm just staring at it, look at Bubbles, look back at it, and I'm just muttering under my breath like, holy shit.
Like,
because
mine,
like,
only I get to eat this.
wait, what?
You're like, this one's mine, only I get to eat this.
And so
Oh man! No.
just that.
Like,
just look at it.
you're salivating just looking at it.
But that looks so good though.
From like
Guys.
that hazy memory that it's the sea stone wyverns, like that was the prime diet of it in the underwater caves that they would dwell in.
Oh.
Your ancestors.
I'm good. I think I'm gonna be eating good for a while. Well, we're gonna be eating good for a while. Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish.
Then, Mike, you can go
'Cause-
back into your story after Dawn
like the-
finishes.
Because like the wyvern blood in me is like eat the whole damn thing, and meanwhile I'm like, I am not the size of a sea stone wyvern. I cannot eat the whole thing.
It's like you look down at me and you're like, open your mouth trying to see
Eyes
if you
bigger
can
than
stretch it
stomach.
like it can.
Me.
Yeah.
You see Iffer down next to me, you see like stretching out with this ooze, like making himself bigger.
Look at Iffer like, I'm surprised you're not trying to sell this.
If there's one thing that Iffer likes more than money, it is food.
Oh god, he's another meat.
Dissolving food in his gel.
I look at the spirit, and I just go, meat.
You see,
He looks back up and he's like, meat.
you see Ifra's
like,
tail in
he-
the shape of
he
a meat
points his-
now, or
He
like
points
a
his
meat
bone
steak.
back and forth to you, nodding his head, and then points it over at Iffer, like making a triangle that only the three of you all get to eat that fish.
Meat. Just thumbs up like
Meat.
meat. Okay, sorry, Mike. Go on.
Iffer's like, puts a thumb out, and he just pulls it back, makes a little note, and he's like, this is the IOU to you, that your debt's clear.
Oh, look at it for being nice. That's rare.
You can go back into your background story now, Mike.
Sorry.
I did rise up in the dojo after I acquired this voluptuous panda body that I have kind of now, but I was a little smaller, and but I couldn't quite take the number one. I could never defeat the master, but I never actually got to challenge him before said raid happened that I had told y'all when we first met, but. Speaking of or us talking about those damn labs that we were all in, I do have fond memories of first meeting Kat and saying that we were gonna start this crew that we are adventuring on. I had my doubts at first, but after seeing and talking to the captain, I knew that eventually I think I could follow him. And,
It's like, as you think on that memory, that's what held you all together from falling apart, being experimented on. Because, being minks, your freedom was everything. That's what you all were raised to believe.
we were
and
told
that-
that all minks all believe that minks should be free. We have no tie downs, Almost like a pirate, but not quite,
Alright, throw those rods once more.
Before that,
John, you only throw it once now because you got a crit fail
well,
there.
technically, a quick summary, I guess, of the dream would be, since the circle back, how I didn't get to defeat the or challenge the master. Come to find out, he was.
Well, we'll let that continue on after the fishing grow.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Because it's going to give you this and then one more fishing grow before the end of it. So go ahead and roll. Dom, you get a small. John, you get a large.
Fuck these fishing poles!
They're rolling so good earlier.
Mine, I think.
Then when it matters, they're like, nah, fuck you.
And then you can continue on with your memory.
Navigate also the breadwinner, damn.
Do what?
Howdy here.
Hmm?
Is the music not working?
I said we even got some banging chocobo music going, and the dice are still like,
yeah.
fuck this.
And to kind of wrap up it, to circle back to my my headmaster of the dojo, come to find out he was actually a part of what they called these like rumored god slayers. I never quite understood what it was, but I knew that they were supposed to be really strong swordsmen, and since I was always number 2, I always thought, you know, I want to become the greatest swordsman that he would be proud of, but instead I want to be called the King of Hell, the Panda King of Hell, as you would say. Da 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 da. Takes a hit from his cigarette.
And I believe you can do it too, Stone.
Well, thank you, Captain.
The king of hell? What? Like Rob's confused. He's like, huh? What?
What's hell? You know, it's like it comes down. It's like this rainbow rift is continued on as y'all sailing forward. You can see the moon hanging in the sky. You know, a fresh new moon, just a small crescent coming in, waning, whatever it is that phase.
Ah, a beautiful moon that we can't look at or we'll turn feral. Don't you wish you could see it?
No,
without...
you won't turn. You won't turn feral. It has to be a full moon for Sulong form.
Okay, gotcha.
So Mike,
And we seem to be able to resist going into it anyway.
roll 5, Mike, with your fishing bow.
Oh, sheesh. Come on, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, those were nice.
You get 2 large, 2 medium, and a small.
So 2
Dom, you roll
large,
5.
2 medium,
5.
and what?
2 large, 2 medium, and 1 small.
1 small, gotcha, sir.
Oof, ass.
Damn.
Like
Dom,
I
you
told
get
y'all
4
earlier,
small,
I
and
never
a medium.
really could figure these damn things out.
Now, John, roll 5.
Ooh. Rolls are all over the
Get
place
2
that time.
medium, 1 large, 1 extra large, or no. You get
Oh, excuse me.
2 small, 2 mediums, and then as you give 1 last tug, you can see the water like flickering. The world around y'all shaping to go back. You yank forward. Give me 5 more rolls.
Wait, I'm sorry. What were the results of those 5 rolls again?
2 medium, 2 small.
2 medium, 2
Or
small.
1 medium, 2 medium, 2 small. Yeah.
And then the 9 caught nothing, correct?
1 of the 9 cut a small.
Ah, okay. Wait, 2
there
medium,
was
2
one
small.
large in there, right? There was 1 large in there, wasn't there?
John hit an 18. 18 to 20 with this will give him the 5 triggers for once more to roll. I'm doing something with this for 1 more legendary fish. Roll 5
Okay,
more
to-
times, John.
Okay, 2 medium, 2 small. Okay, got it. Sorry, I was just trying to keep everything straight. Ah!
Ooh.
Roll once more.
He hooked himself twice. Oh.
Goddamn, John.
Cancel one out.
I was gonna make John fucking roll once more with 5 because he hit the 19.
Mm.
So John, as you snag and you feel it fight again, and then you feel it just take down to the bottom. As you do, like the rest of the crew, Kincaid and Stone both come up behind you, helping you brace from falling over. You know, you've used your tail to like stick the sword, the knife end of it into the deck. As you reel back and pull, lunge. We'll just call it. As you pull up this massive squid, you can see it's black and orange like stripes. Nobody else has ever seen anything like this, but we'll call it a tiger squid. This massive thing, like half the size of your boat. It takes every one of the crew members to land it, and as this thing comes from its tentacles in from the ocean, splashing up,
Get the fucking Kraken! No.
you see the rainbow world shift and disappear. And like you can tell from Bubbles' eyes, like looking down at it, that this is more prized meat than anything else he's ever seen.
This is the best day of Bubbles' life.
Why the fuck is
Right.
the crab's eyes got so big? Wait a minute. Does anyone else see this?
Wouldn't you be happy too if you were a cook and you saw meat like this?
Mm-hmm. Look at all these ingredients.
You know, I'm no
If you-
expert
if
on
you
like
could
sea
sell
life,
this-
but
if you
the
could sell
squid.
this thing, there's not a price that's describable that could buy it. You were the first
This
ever
is a new species
to
of
catch
fish.
it. Yes.
It was
Yeah,
a,
no.
Make us rich, boys.
it was a
Yep.
rumored fish.
Or-
We found a fish.
I'm no aquatic expert, but
And we
this
can
thing
either
looks
be rich-
exotic.
Or we could eat the shit out of it.
As
Well, I've
you
never
all,
seen it before.
you all
I wonder
pull
what it
this
tastes
in.
like.
Let's see how it
Nope.
tastes.
you hear the squawking above. News coup, before it lands down in front of all of you all, and you can see
What the
within
fuck?
it, within its the satchel around its neck. It's a little like albatross with a satchel around its neck and like a marine hat. It's what's delivering the news.
Yeah, it's
Is
their
it
way
drop-
of getting mail. It's like a stork kind of deal, but it's a it's a seagull, ain't it?
A seagull or an albatross.
Yeah, that literally just delivers, instead of babies, it delivers newspapers.
But
Ooh.
as it drops one of the newspapers down before you all, you know, like all of you all circle around, looking at the newspaper as it opens up, and you see bounty posters fly from it.
Wait a minute.
Hey,
We get
as they-
bounty
as-
posters?
As they scramble out, you see first Kincaid's with a 25,000 berry bounty.
Oh, hold on.
Then it shifts to Stone. He's got a 15k bounty.
What did you
it
say,
should-
Kincaid's was?
25,000.
Okay.
And then it goes to Stone's, which is 15,000. Then it shifts over and shows Rom 15,000. As you look down to the next one, it's a pitcher of whiskey, like limped over a barrel and like throwing up. His bounty's only 100.
Damn.
Next it goes. So in Kincaid's picture, you like see him like looking up at his fist, like looking at the indentions from the battle that you all had just been in. And
Would you
it's
say
like
his
he's
was
got
again?
this-
Did you say 100 berry?
Yeah, 100 berry. And he's got like this goofy ass grin on his face. And then Stone's is like, he's got both of his swords crossed out, like inspecting them as the wind's dancing through, creating the swords. And Rom's is just like, he's looking down the barrel of his shotgun. And there's like a whiskey bottle. He's taking a drink out of a whiskey bottle. Next one you notice is Finn's. He's got his anchor held over his shoulder and his lantern holding up, and he's like looking over at Whiskey, making sure that he's all right.
Do
Finn's
they
bounty.
have bounties? Or does Bubbles, Finn...
Bubbles does not have a bounty, but Finn's bounty is 10,000.
Okay, 1 second, sir.
Wow.
Bounty... And his is 10k?
Yes.
10k.
Because they were the only ones there with you all.
So what about our boy Zero and Iffer?
As you continue looking through the bounty posters, it gets to the little happy goose snake. You just see it smiling as it's got like money signs held out like to a
Exactly
trillion
what I was
berry.
thinking Iffer would do.
As he's like looking at it shows him looking at Whiskey, like saying he's gonna heal him for that much. Iffer's bounty's at 15,000 also.
So I'm gonna make a One Piece reference, kind of. You say he's at 15k?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look over at Iffer and remark, wait a minute, you posed for your bounty? Or for your bounty picture?
The snake like tilts its head, its little tongue comes out. You can see it like shrugging its body and like giving a devilish smirk. And then it shifts over to this bright ass smiling penguin. His shield and sword held out. You can see he's like standing there with Iffer and Finn looking towards Whiskey. You can just like see the moment. Hear the moment of King being like, my friend, what is wrong with you? Did you drink too much? And like you can see like the penguin's like moving forward to like pat the rat on the back, and his bounty is 50,000.
I was about to say, does our boy King have a bounty? Okay. Stone sees King's bounty, gets starry-eyed, and yells, "So cool!"
But you can tell looking at King's, it still hasn't been updated that he's part of your all's crew, because your all's crew still doesn't have a name, and they think that he's still under.
Right? They don't know. They don't know what to call us, so they just leave it blank, I guess. Or they would just, whenever, if it says a name, it just says not available or whatever, NA.
Right. You know, this is your all's moment to know that you all made it. That you all are known now. You all aren't just some nameless fucking crew of bandits just going in and wrecking shit.
We're the nameless crew of bandits going in wrecking shit.
You know,
See
while
that,
y'all are
boys?
like loading over your all's bounty posters, Bubbles is like cutting up the meat to where y'all can preserve it. Before he looks up, he like taps Rom on his shoulder, points to the squid, before pointing down at the bounties, in kind of a way asking, "Do you want to celebrate with this?"
You see
Well,
that, Captain?
you know, he's
we've got
finishing
we've
cutting
got
up the
bounties
whole
now.
Barracuda and like packaging
Oh,
it and preserving it for Rom, Iffer, and meat to only eat.
Does that mean we've officially made it? All that work we put in so far?
I guess we really need to think of a name now. But
Oh,
but yeah, Bubbles. I guess we can use the squid to celebrate.
I mean, if y'all want to make just making a name like right now, you
Stone
got 10
Stone
minutes.
goes through the bounties again and then makes the remark, "Wait a minute."
You know, as y'all are doing this, Bubbles cutting up the squid.
Hang on.
making,
Hang on. As like, is it alright if I just like do like a monologue thing here?
Yeah, you're good.
yeah.
Can I
Alright.
describe what Bubbles is doing real fast while y'all are doing your stuff?
Well, the squid's. Well, if it's all right with
Oh.
you, I'm gonna have the squid throw a bitch fit before he gets chopped up,
All right, go
and
ahead.
this is
Go
gonna
ahead.
tie into it. All right. So as Bubbles approaches it, the squid, because it's practically the size of a small kraken in our boat, starts like flailing and trying to fight back, and like, you know, this entire time he's tried not to show up, but Rom's, you know, been down in the dumps because he's questioning his usefulness to the crew. This is the second time he's been incapacitated in combat. He's just like, he's just like, you know, like down in the dumps. But seeing this thing like go after Bubbles sets off something in his head to pull him back into focus. And as he lunges at the thing and just starts like wrestling it, just like adrenaline fully through his veins. Like, for some reason, you can just see like the scales are like shimmering brighter on his flesh, and the entire time that he's fighting, you can just hear him like it starts out as like a slow murmur, but it grows into like a shout as he speaks, because like his part of his history that he didn't mention is that he read a lot of mysterious and old world books, and some of them included poetry, and one has stuck with him through the entire time, that through all of the hardships. And as he's fighting this thing, he just begins to shout, "Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul." And as he says soul, his claws just digs through the thing's eye and kills it in a single powerful blow after he wrestles advantage from it.
Rom! Holy shit!
That was beautiful.
He's
Yeah.
just like doused in
Bubbles
just like
takes its claw, like pats Rom on the shoulder. And, you know, the crab's showing that that he's not alone. You know, everyone grows through those hard times, but now it's no longer hard times. That you all are a crew, and that no matter what, y'all will conquer whatever.
he looks over at Bubbles and chuckles and goes, I guess the line should be, "We are the masters of our fate now, huh?"
That's actually kind of
Crab
funny
nod.
about
Couldn't
what
have
I'm about to
gestured
make
it
a
better
remark.
myself.
But Crab nods to him for like helping him up, and then he like ask Rom to help him cut it up to where they can start cooking it. You know, most of the cooking he does is gonna be off of the claw.
So as Bubbles is doing that, Stone is gonna go back and look through the bounties and be like, wait a minute. So whiskey 100 berry, Rom 15,000 berry, Captain 25,000 berry, Iffer and Zero is 15,000.
No, it's just Iffer.
Well, Iffer is 15,000. King is 50,000. Finn is 10,000. And wait a minute. The stupid cook doesn't have one. Ha! Do you see this?
From that, like, you'll notice how you all have bounties. It was only everybody that was there with the fight with Croc. What was recording you of that puppeteer, he spread the word. You know, he let the world know that you all were coming for the forest.
Yeah, I'm just kind of busting
Uninadvertently,
his
with you all
balls.
knowing that that's what he did.
In Outer Game, I think that's kind of funny how Rom did that whole speech or whatnot, or like how he said he was feeling like useless to the crew. Didn't you say you didn't watch One Piece?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't watch it.
That's kind of funny because you almost pulled like something from One Piece when Chopper first joins the crew. Like not even a little bit afterwards, he kind of questions whether or not he did the right thing and joined the crew. And then one of the crewmates was like, you know, it was the swordsman gave him a pretty emotional speech and was like, yeah, and then pretty much reassured him.
Zoro.
I just thought that was kind of like funny. I was like, wait a minute, I'm pretty sure he was the one that said he didn't watch One Piece, but like did something from One Piece. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. I mean, I didn't even know that.
Look. Oh, just one thing at Stone's remark regarding like the fact that Bubbles doesn't have a bounty, Rom's like using a like flaying blade that Bubbles gave him to assist him in like meeting out the squid into like proper rations and preparing for the celebration. He leans over and goes, "Your banter would be more effective if it wasn't for the fact that we never took Bubbles on an excursion. That's why he doesn't have one."
I can give him some slack because he did. Someone had to watch whiskey and his drinking.
You know, as they're bantering between it, Bubbles is just cutting this squid up, making every type of dish that he can, lighting up his claw and his blade to fix this up for everyone. And as he's throwing the tentacles over, meat's catching them, and Nipper's catching them, devouring them down.
I lean over to Bubbles real quick and be like, hey Bubbles, can you do me a favor? Can you make me can you make a dish for me out of this? Can you make calamari?
Crab like nods before starting to work towards what you wanted before everyone else, just because you stood up for him. And then that'll end with you all having a large meal. Before we get to the RP for that, because you're not gonna have an arc before Labs, John. You can create a new special move. This will be what gave you the special move. Is this like whole bullshit of they all becoming pirates.
Oh, okay.
Like you can think that this inspires you to make another signature move up.
Oh, okay.
But you can't use it with Croc. You would
no.
Next island.
Yeah, I get you.
It'd still be
so
like,
I need to...
what is this?
At the end of the meal, Kincaid's just gonna close his eyes, smiling, taking in the moment. This wholesome family moment.
Yeah.
For misfits, I'd say we make a pretty nice crew. What do you say, boys?
Who says we have to be misfits? We're just different.
King's like shoveling down food, not even questioning why his bounty is higher than anybody else's in the crew, even though he's not the captain. He's like,
He's like, King's a fucking badass.
You old boys started out pretty high. That's good. It's good. Other than the rat, that's good. Seems like the liquor's not worth 100, but you know.
Okay. Alright. Zero, I figured out a solution to the whole I keep forgetting to roll with advantage, with disadvantage, with nothing.
What's that?
I figured out a solution. I set my page so that I no longer choose. Now whenever I do a roll, it'll open up well,
if that is the end,
it opens up a dialogue. Okay.
Oh, it asks you?
So I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Well, I hope everyone enjoyed the first filler episode. Don't forget, if you enjoyed, hit that like and subscribe button with the bell so that you know when we post new videos or when we go live. Don't forget to also leave a comment if you enjoy it. I'm sure you heard at the beginning of the stream, we're going to do 2 more filler episodes confirmed. We're going to do a Canadian Thanksgiving, or one for Canadian Thanksgiving, and one for Halloween, which the Halloween one should be pretty interesting. It'd be spooky. Maybe get like a skeleton cameo or something like that. That'd be pretty cool.